this logging stuff out of this stuff that's on the ground from thinning, which reminds me, I should have mentioned about logging and why we have not chosen to log this and timber it. If you look up this slope and what we've just come through, this is some excellent timber. I mean, this is mature stuff. A lot of it is flat topped. It's ready to be logged, and it's either going to, you either remove it by logging or nature's going to remove it for you by bug kills or by fire or something else. So it is a smart idea to log it. And in ponderosa pine, it's selective cut. You take a tree, you leave replacement trees. But we've chosen not to do it because we don't want to see the damage that is going to be caused by skid trails and landings and all and trucks and all that kind of stuff. Even though there is equipment today that you hardly see anything left behind, but this is pretty steep country even for that newer modern equipment. But our thought is, if we can get this thinned and open it up and let things really grow, realizing that some of the stands like this on this hillside are going to be old decadent trees, are going to be on the ground in 50 years from now. If you look at the advancement in logging equipment that's occurred over the last 50 years, I think in the next 50 years from now, you're going to have equipment that you'd pluck trees out of here, you'd never know anybody was here. So that's kind of our thought, is let's not log now. When these guys are needing beer money, well, they'll have equipment, they can get it out of here.
Lift it out, airlift it.
Pardon me?
What are the equipment advances that?
What it used to be, well, it was horses. Actually, horses are probably the most environmentally safe of anything. And then came along D9 cats. But the newer stuff is rubber-tired skidders, and some of the newer stuff are machines that come up and have a saw right on the front, and they grab a hold of the tree, cut the tree off, lay it on the ground, and usually then they have a bunch skidder that'll come behind them. And so the cutter, there's no chainsaw anymore. This machine had come up kind of like a big backhoe, Seth, and grab a hold of the tree, cut it off, and stack 4 or 5 logs. And then a grapple skidder will come along, grab a whole bunch, and essentially lift most of the tree up to drag it out to a landing where the whole tree is dumped. And then there's a limber that is there at that landing that just picks up the tree and just shoves it down the length of this. Well, actually the saws go up along the trunk with radar guided, and just knock all the limbs off. So all the limbs are in one spot and they burn that pile. So in the woods you really see very little, but this is too steep still for that.
What would you do?
Pardon me?
Could you cable all of this?
You could, but
What's on top?
yeah.
Drag
But
it up to the top like
It'd still tear things
you
up
could.
pretty good.
The problem with cable, you're right, but cable logging, you still got to have the landing at the bottom, so they're going to have a cat or something that gets there that,
Well, that's why I say I don't know what's on top. If you could
yeah,
just cut them out.
yeah, you couldn't. It's a rim rock there. You'd have to be from the bottom. So
Slope is the one that
Yeah,
slope is the problem here, yeah.
maybe a lot of all at once.
Yeah. End up wasting a lot of money on helicopters.